Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book stuff here. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. Why not? I don't know why. Mostly because I feel like March is a really long month and I have about 4 videos that I planned, which is just, you know, not enough content. Decided to just, you know, I'm about to film some videos, whatever. I figured why not also get ready and make that a video. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, hello. But I used to do a beauty channel for like 10 years over on My Eyeshadow is Odd. So I used to do like beauty videos and you know, use a good old lens that zooms into my face and all that nonsense. And I have a ring light and all that crap. But like as I sort of moved over to BookTube, I just don't give a shit. I'm just gonna do my thing. I did ask on Twitter though, any topics that y'all wanted me to talk about. And so far I just have one response from Chandler to talk about smut. So we'll talk about that in a few. This is just gonna be like more of a chatty, get ready with me video. I'm gonna moisturize my face because it feels like the Sahara Desert. Also, if I'm looking in the viewfinder a lot, deal with it. What we can actually talk about is, you know, bookish plans, I guess. I guess that's something I did want to discuss. I do have exciting bookish plans coming up. The main one, actually really the only one, is that I did book our flights for BEA/Bookcon. I'm sure most people are going to get sick of hearing about it at some point in time, but I'm going to be in New York with Jeff from Tuesday the 28th to June 2nd. So we will be there. I did apply for a BEA pass. I have yet to hear if I got approved for it. Here's something they don't tell you. Whenever you go to apply for BEA, yeah, it's like one of the worst websites I've ever attempted to apply on. It's just a really weird like application thing. Like it's one of those things, it's really like I'm applying for a job. Oh, I'm putting foundation on now. Where you're like, I don't know if I'm qualified. I don't know what information you're looking for, but please like me. So anyway, I entered everything in. I did apply a couple days after like everyone else did, I feel like. And I have yet to hear back if I got approved. Everyone else in my little friend group did. And so I'm the last one to sort of get that approval going, which is frustrating. But we do have other plans. Like Jeff and I are going regardless of if I, you know, get a ticket into BEA. And so if we're not, like if I'm not approved, we're going to be hanging out around the city and, you know, I don't want to say waiting for other people to get done at BEA, but we're going to be touring around the city. We're looking to get like, you know, a 5-day unlimited metro pass, subway pass, and we're literally going to like take a lot of pictures, do a lot of fun stuff, see a lot of fun stuff. So if you guys are like in the city and you want to hang out, let me know, because we'll be doing a lot of fun stuff. Just follow my Twitter, I guess, because, you know, be kicking around. One thing I did want to say though is we will for sure be at Bookcon. That's open to the public. We already have our tickets. We're good to go. So if you are going to Bookcon, please come say hi to me. And Jeff will be there. My hair will be some variant of this color. Also, I will let you guys know I always look like a bitch. It's been an issue since I was like a really young person. Anytime anyone sees me out and about, they assume that I am a total bitch, but it's just my face. Also, I'm hard of hearing, so if you need to like be in my presence, like pop in, be like, you, and I'm like, hey. Also, I have anxiety about people's names, so I have this like weird fear that I'm gonna meet people that I've already met last year, forget that I've met them, or like look at their face and go, I think I remember you, but then not know their name. So if that happens, listen, I'm just garbage. It's nothing against you. It's not that you're not a memorable person. I literally will like watch people on YouTube. My friends will talk about them and I'll be like, wait, what's their name? Like, I've watched people for like 2 years. I have no idea what their fucking names are. It's just a thing. I joked with Jeff that like I needed to put a tweet out of everybody who is sort of confirmed going to Bookcon and that I need flashcards And that's not a joke, because I literally know no one's name. There's that anxiety thing that's just kind of floating around. Okay, I will be there. I'm staying with Julie from Pages and Pens and Amber as well. We'll be meeting up with like Chelsea and everybody too, which I guess sort of like brings me into the next thing I want to talk about. That was my foundation done, by the way. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I guess is FOMO, because that's a thing that a lot of us experience, especially in the booktube community. If you are like a new channel or someone who watches, all of us go to Bookcon and go to like these events and whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of tell you what goes down. It's completely, I think, in our human nature to experience a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out, to feel like, oh, I'm not valid because I'm not at this event, or oh my god, everyone's having so much fun, I'm not having fun. Listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, but I'm also just gonna like lay it on the line here pretty clear. Bookcon and BEA and meeting up with other people in your friend group, or in your interest group I should say, is a shit ton of fun. We do have a lot of fun. It is good for networking, it is good for, you know, just maintaining relationships. I'm definitely closer to a lot of people now that I've met them in person. Like when you go to these events and you meet people in person, you do develop these sort of like little inside jokes and whatnot. And that can be very, very frustrating from an outsider's perspective. I don't know, it is a lot of fun and it is just a blast, and you do meet up with like some really awesome people and you form relationships and have memories and stuff. But just know that it's not required. Bookcon itself, you know, you may see people getting arcs and stuff. I personally don't go for the books. And I know that seems silly, like why would you go to BEA or Bookcon and then not go for the books? To me, it's not about the books. To me, it's about going to a new city, exploring New York. It's about meeting my friends and meeting people that I've seen. Know that if you're thinking about not being able to go and being like, oh my god, all these books, it's really not about the books. It's really, really not. It's really more of a little vacation to hang out with your friends. And that can be frustrating to see everybody hang out. I don't know, just know that like for me at least, it's not about the books. It's more about the vacation. This year especially, it's about meeting friends that I met last year. You know, there are some fun things that we're doing. Like I said, even if I don't get into BEA, I'm more about seeing the city. Like I'm going for 5 nights instead of 2 nights. So I'm more down to just like see New York and tour about, right? But I guess I just understand where the FOMO lies when people have inside jokes and everybody seems very much like cliquey. It's hard. It's hard to look at it from an outsider and go, oh, well, like, I can't afford to go, or like, oh, I'm too anxious to go. I almost was too anxious to go last year, I'll be honest. I'm not a person who flies well. That trip to New York was only my, I guess, 3rd flight ever. And let me tell you, it was anxiety inducing. I don't travel well, and that's one of the reasons why I brought Jeff with me. I had a lot of questions about that, like why would you bring your husband with you? Honestly, it's so that I can go. I'm not the kind of person, at least yet, like maybe as I get more experience traveling, I am not a person who can just up and go and navigate an airport by myself or navigate a city by myself. I'm not good when I don't know how to get from point A to point B. None of that. This is all just me rambling at this point. But basically what I want to say is that if you feel like, you know, you're missing out on relationship building, reach out more on Twitter, reach out more in comments. I see you, we see you. Just because we don't see you in person doesn't mean that you're not valid in the community. You definitely are, and your voice is heard and acknowledged, and I want to be friends, so like talk to me. But I also will admit that we do have a lot of fun, so it's hard because it's like, don't feel bad. Maybe feel a little bad, like, 'cause I think it's just everyone's gonna feel bad when you see people having fun and you're not there. Mostly what I'm trying to say is just like, it's natural to feel that way. There's a couple topics. Chandler wants me to talk about smut, in particular as it relates to honey badgers. I could talk about smut in the overall view of YouTube, which would be kind of fun. I'm gonna drink some coffee. Those of you who wondered, I changed my Starbucks drink to a venti iced cinnamon almond macchiato. That's what I drink now. It's smooth, it's nice. Let's talk about smut, baby. Let's talk about you and me and honey badgers, apparently. Here's the thing, I am not a person who reads a lot of smut, or like, I don't know if to be honest, I don't even know if I've read any that categorizes as smut. I don't even know what category, like what smut is in terms of literature. Like, I feel like there's romance books, there's erotica, and then there's smut. Like, I could be wrong in that assumption even, but I feel like that was just me putting on some Urban Decay primer potion. Beauty blogger. I feel like smut is just not something I read a lot of, and I kind of want to read more. I don't know. I just think booktube as a whole doesn't value it as a genre. And I feel, okay, actually, here's something we can talk about. I feel like different booktubers have different categories of books or genres of books that they don't value. And I think that's okay. Like, I personally don't really, I don't want to say I don't value, I don't like certain things. Like, oh, we're gonna get into it. I don't like classics, but it doesn't mean I don't value them. I just don't hold them to as high a value for myself. You know what I mean? And I feel like smut gets a bad rap, or erotica gets a bad rap, because a lot of people just equate it to like, oh, you're like a horny old lady like reading erotica with like shirtless men on the cover. Well, no, I'm a 30-year-old who's reading honey badger smut. Let's try not to judge people on what they like and don't like to read. I don't know. Maybe that's a topic we need to have. Just stop judging people about everything. Like, people like books they like. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's not really a good discussion, is it? What you're looking most forward to about Bookcon? See, there's two different things. Bookcon itself, and then the trip to New York. The actual trip itself, honestly, I'm excited about food and bars and seeing stuff and pictures. I'm actually planning on bringing my 35mm camera with me, or one of them, and shooting film. I think that would be really fun, mostly because so many of my friends on BookTube and people who I have yet to meet are actually so gorgeous. You know, and New York itself has like endless amount of picture taking possibilities, and so I just want to bring my film camera around and take a bunch of film. I think it'd be a lot of fun. That's kind of what I'm excited about, is to just see the city. And then for Bookcon itself, I did hear that Joe Hill is planning on being there. Stephen King's son. I have a lot of Joe Hill. You guys can't see it. I have like my little Joe Hill shelf over there with his daddy right here. And then Joe Hill's here. And that's Gary. I heard that Joe Hill is coming, and like, I'm not kidding when I say this. I give 0 fucks about how many books I get at Bookcon or what new YA arc is being dropped. I do care about meeting Joe Hill. And so if that's a possibility, like if he's doing a signing of some fucking sort, of some capacity, or a panel, or listen, I don't know what he could be doing at Bookcon. It's not like announced yet. I'm so there. Like, I love y'all, I love meeting y'all at Bookcon, but like, see you fucking never. I'm gonna go stand in a Joe Hill line, you know? And I don't mean that in a rude way, but like, last time for Bookcon, I didn't really have a plan. I don't think any of us did. Like, we all just sort of walked in and kind of let Bookcon guide us. There was a couple ideas that we had of like, oh, I think they're dropping this arc at this time. Do you want to try to get it? And whatever. And we stood in some lines for that. But this year, knowing that there is actually like one of my favorite authors, the son of my favorite author, debatable, Stephen King can sometimes be my favorite author, the fact that he's gonna be there and there's a possibility of him signing something that I own, yeah, I'm gonna stand in line for that. So That's probably, I'm not gonna lie, the number one thing about Bookcon that I'm excited about. Other than that, obviously I'm excited to meet literally anybody who's going. And as I said earlier, please come up and talk to me, like, please. I'm a nice person. I'm a little frazzled, but like, I'm a nice person, so if you see me and I'm like, what? That's just my normal state. Come say hi to me, please, is basically what I'm saying. Chandler also asked, if you got another cat, what would you name it? I would love another cat. The only thing is Evie, or Elvira de la Meow Meow. Those of you that don't know, I call her Bubs. Like my current cat. She is very much a solo cat. When we got her, it was like she's not familiar with, or she's not comfortable with other cats. She doesn't like other cats. She's meant to always be a solo cat in like one cat household kind of thing. So I think it'd be a long time before we get another cat. Maybe after she passes, like I don't even think about that, but it's a pet, it's realistic. We would probably get like multiple cats at that point, but I don't know. I really like ginger cats. Ginger cats are very, very lovely, and I would like maybe like a fat male ginger cat. I don't know, I'd probably name them something ridiculous, like, I don't know, Alfonso Ludwig III or some bullshit. I don't know, like, I always come up with these like really silly, stupid cat names. I've had, my very first cat was named Tricky Head. Then I had a cat named Lemangelo von Fluffers III. And then I had Spiced Pudding McJunkins. So it was like jello and pudding. And then I have Elvira de la Meow Meow. Or Evie. Or realistically I just call her Bubs. So, I don't know. No real particular name. Just probably something bullshitty as usual. Oh, also, fun things coming in May. I don't know if I've announced this on my channel yet, but yeah, so I'm getting a tattoo in May. I don't really want to announce what it is until I got it, because here's the thing, tattoos are very personal. This is my first tattoo, and I have dated people who are heavily tattooed, like we're talking full body tattooed, and I've seen them get, you know, full leg pieces, full arm pieces, chest pieces that are very meaningful. Also, in the same person, I've seen them get tattoos that they just like willy-nilly got one day that are stupid. Stupid, I say, or like not thought out, or just dumb according to other people. And when you guys eventually see my tattoo, you're gonna be like, that's stupid. I've told people what it is, and people's reactions are all across the board. Some people are like, that's the dumbest tattoo I've ever seen in my life. Other people are like, you know, it's really funny, it's really like hilarious. For the most part, people's reaction to it are like, you're the weirdest person. So it's very exciting. It's not book related. I thought it was going to be Stephen King related, I'll be honest. It's not. I'm sort of in the process of like, I guess, planning out my bookish, Stephen King-ish related pieces. So this is sort of my like get my toe wet in the tattoo world. And then as my relationship with my tattoo artist evolves and grows, and you know, you save thousands and thousands of dollars, because realistically I want both of my legs done. Like a leg sleeve. I don't know what a leg sleeve tattoo is called. A pant leg. I want both of my legs done almost in, I don't say patchwork style, but like less like cohesive, as it is sort of looks like a 1920s tattooed lady, like from full hip down to my feet. That's sort of the vibe that I'm going for, like all down my legs. I don't really like upper arm tattoos on women. That's just my personal opinion. I've seen some that are really nice, but it's not my preferred thing on my body. I will be getting a tattoo on my inner forearm, like here. So that's where I'm getting it. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. Anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm aware that it is, to other people, going to come across as a stupid tattoo. But there is both no meaning to this and also a lot of meaning. And so it's hard to explain. It's very hard to explain. until I get it done, and you guys will see it. So let's see what else people want me to talk about here. Someone asked me to talk about the journey of my Bigfoot novel. Yeah, honestly, I started writing for NaNoWriMo last year. I wrote like, I don't know, 25,000 words or whatever. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Let me dip out a camera frame here. I started doing my Bigfoot novel, and it honestly, about 5,000 words into me writing, it just stopped being a Bigfoot novel and was more of a young adult like mess. So listen, I want to write a book about Bigfoot in some capacity, or there'll be like a Bigfoot element or something. For a long time I thought Bigfoot would be like a main character, and I still sort of had like an idea of a mix of, it's gonna sound stupid, but maybe like a mix of Stranger Things and Bigfoot, or like a Bigfoot novel set in the early 90s, like when I was a kid. Because I'm very nostalgic for the 90s. I think everybody is sort of nostalgic for their childhood, unless it was like a shitty childhood. I don't know. It's just like, I'm 30, so I was in that generation of people who both didn't have the internet, saw it happen, and then saw like the rise of technology. So I get very nostalgic for those simple early beginning technological things. So like Tamagotchis, Gigapets, Furbies, fucking like, you know, like robo dogs and like stuff like that I had as a kid. It's just like this good sense of nostalgia. I love stuff like that, and I also like the times before cell phones, or even like the introduction of cell phones, when like you literally had to like, you know, spend 5 minutes sending a text. There's something special about that I don't know, I like it. So I don't know if my book would be set in that time period. To be honest, I don't even know how to go about writing a book that is both set in this day and age, or maybe not. I don't know. It's the whole like time of when I want to write a book. I gotta go grab my mascara. I don't know where it is. Alright, I had to like dip out real quick and find my mascara. Yeah, that novel. So like, I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I also feel like I have like 7 not put together novel ideas. Like, I love road trip books. I would love to do a road trip book. I love Bigfoot. I would love to introduce Bigfoot into my road trip book. I have like a whole YA book set up. I have like almost, you know, the basis for like a thriller, or like a small town magical sort of, I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, I have a lot of stuff going on. My issue is I have a lot of things that I want to talk about and I want to write about. It's how those all connect, because I feel like, at least for me, when I'm writing, I feel like in my heart I just want to write to get stuff out, but then also I want to have something that's cohesive. But when I was writing for NaNoWriMo, none of it was cohesive. Like, it was simply purging. Next time that I think I'm gonna sit down with like the plan to write, whether it's next NaNoWriMo, whether it's sometime in between then, I really think I need to, I've seen it work for a couple of people, put up post-it notes of all the sort of scenes. I'm a very scene-based person when I write. I am a visual person. I remember little moments in time that are special. I'm a storyteller. It's funny, actually, at work the other day I have a coworker who's 16, which, whew, anyway, makes me feel old. But she's, you know, 14 years younger than me, and she ended up telling another one of my coworkers, she's like, do you have any interesting stories? Natasha always tells interesting stories. Because I do. I'm full of stories. It's something that I've been told all my life, is like, if you ever find Natasha not talking about something, she's sick. Because I just have stories and crazy things, and I feel like at 30 I've lived 7 different lives. I don't know if anyone else ever feels like that. And so because I have so many stories and my brain is always scattered in these stories, I want to get these stories out in some way, which is writing for me. But it's like, how does all this shit play out? How much of it do I base on my real life? How much do I pull inspiration from? Also, one thing that I'm bad at when writing, which is something I want to work on, is dialogue between characters. I think one of the reasons why I have issues with that is because I was an only child. And so a lot of my time was spent with internal dialogue. So then, do I write a book that is predominantly internal dialogue? Or how do I write dialogue amongst other characters? There's a lot of things. So the Bigfoot novel, is it a Bigfoot novel? No. Is there ideas flowing in me? Yes, of course. Am I like actively being an author right now or a writer? No. So hopefully that answers your questions. Here's a question that we can talk about. What is the best things about having friends who understand your love of reading and specific books? It's the feeling of, I don't know how to describe it. Imagine when you are showing somebody your favorite episode of something. So say it's The Office and you're like, oh my god, I love The Office so much. And you show somebody that episode and they're like, you're like waiting for their response. With the book community, it's like that. It's like that feeling of like, oh my god, is someone gonna like this too? And when that person likes it, it's like, fuck yeah, let's talk about it, you know? It's so exciting and rewarding when someone likes something that you like as well. It's a good feeling. That's just period. To be able to discuss things with people. Vice versa, it's almost equally fun in the book community, I find at least, when someone doesn't like something that you like, or you both hate something together. It's just having that thing that you can connect with other people. I put too much blush on. It's a whole look. It's just a good feeling. That's all. In terms of love of reading, I think in terms of like very specific books, it's the feeling I get when one of you guys watches my recommendations or wrap-ups, goes and reads the book, and then lets me know that you like it. Oh, that feeling is just even better. Like, that's one of the top feelings just from, I don't say being an influencer, like that, I hate that word, but being able to share something that you like and then someone trusts you enough or, you know, puts their faith in your recommendation enough to go either buy it or, you know, borrow it or read it, whatever, and then they like it. It's just a good feeling. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe that. It just makes my heart feel good. And then another question is, where are you at on your Stephen King reading? It's a little standstill this month. I have not read any Stephen King this month, which I don't like, but that's part of the journey. I currently am at, I have it on my phone actually. I currently have to read The Cycle of the Werewolf. The only issue is I don't have a copy of that, so I'm actually skipping. The next book that I have to read is Pet Sematary, which I'm kind of putting myself in a deadline. I don't know if I'm gonna get it read in time. I really hope so. I'm just putting some highlighter on. This is, I don't know, Becca's something or other. I need to read Pet Sematary because I want to go see the new adaptation. And I want a little refresher. Like, I had read Pet Sematary when I was 13, 14, something like that. But it's been a minute. And I know that the movie is going to stray away from the book in a couple of areas. And so I want to see, I guess, just how mad I'm going to be. So I don't know. I really like John Lithgow. He really, really creeps me out. He's playing someone in that movie. I don't remember anyone's names. But he's in that, and I really don't like him as an actor. I don't say I don't like him as an actor. He actually creeps me out really bad. And so I like him for his thrillery kind of stuff, I guess. I don't know. Is there any other questions I have here? I don't know. I think that's it for, you know, the bulk of things that people have asked me. Put some lipstick on. I have like none of this left. Alright, got some lipstick on there. If you guys want a little, I don't know, update on what I've been using, I guess why not. Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. Looks like this. It's delightful, very grungy. Love that. A little bit of the Viseart palette. This sucker's $100. Buy this over this, even though this is good. Lipstick is Lime Crime Salem. My mascara is Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. My blush is Milani Luminoso. That's about it. That's all you really need to know. Did I talk about anything that's like significant? Not really. I just wanted to come on here and sort of word vomit while I put some makeup on. I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know if you'd be interested in more videos like this where I just discuss whatever's on my mind, bookish related, some of them not, for a video. Also, I have a question for you. When I first started my booktube channel, I decided to do like makeup looks inspired by book covers. I did one video and never did any more. Why? I don't know. Let me know if you guys would like more videos like that, where, you know, I pick a book cover. I don't know, let's pick one. Oh, well, that's a weird one. I pick, you know, my best friend's exorcism and I do a makeup look inspired by this cover. Let me know if you guys would like that, because I would like to do it. Anyway, I'm gonna go film some more videos. Hopefully you guys are doing good, and until my next video, I will talk to all you soon. Bye!